Wamakim, first off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of His beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are the true Hebrew names. And I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who taught us well. And hey, shalom to you, the elect, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Lawal Matamat from the GMSLA camp, and today's video, I just want to hit who is Esau. He the nation of Edom. Through the Bible, the scriptures, it shows you who they are, and through these prophecies, it shows them who they are. All right, and through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the elders have revealed that we got the understanding of who Esau is. Even the so-called white man knows understanding of who Esau is. He uploads his videos online saying that we're right. The Hebrew Israelites, got the proper understanding of whatnot. All right. You know, uh, so with that, I'm gonna just go right into the scriptures. This is Genesis 25. This is Genesis 25 and Salakia. Salakia. And this is Genesis 25, and I'll start at 20, 22, 21, and it says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And it says, And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus?" All right. And she went to inquire of the Lord. All right. So basically, what's going on in the story, our forefather Isaac, the son of Abraham, one of the forefathers of Israel, who the biblical Israelites are the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans. Those are the true Israelites. And basically, what's going on in the story is that they're having twins, you know, and even while she's pregnant, they're fighting inside her womb, and she's very confused about it. So she goes, to ask of the Lord, why is this happening? And this is what the Lord responds to her. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So basically, the Lord broke it down to her, saying there will be two nations, that are born inside of her. That's like there are two nations that are inside of her, coming out. As we know, it's going to be Jacob, of the chosen line. Jacob is Israel, one of our forefathers. All right, and the other nation is going to be Esau, the nation of Edom. All right, who is the so-called white man? All right. Now it says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and that showed through media, through sports entertainment. What I mean to say is Israel is very talented. All right, you see the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans dominating in sports, entertainment, sports in general. Even back in the day, in gladiators in the Colosseums, and is and the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And let's see. Oh yeah, and it's saying the elder shall serve the younger because Esau was born first, the so-called white man. Salakia. And it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. All right. And the first came out red. Now this is talking about Esau who came out. The scriptures make it very descriptive how he came out because back in the day, in the ancient days, everybody had pigmentation. Everyone had dark skin. That was the norm. Unlike today, where pale skin is that leopard skin is beautiful, I guess, in the society. Everything is back ass backwards. And it says, and the first came out red. all over like in hairy garments. All right, and who in this world, comes out red in the womb, at birth, the so-called white man, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, wasted away, because he had no pigmentation. All right, and after that came his brother out his hand and took on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. All right, and that's on this Salakia. And this verse basically doesn't go into Jacob at all, because he came out normal, looking like everybody else, dark skinned. All right, and in this verse it says, and his hand Salakia, and his hand Salakia, and his name was Salakia, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. All right, so I want to break that verse. I want to bring a precept that backs that up. All right, this is uh this is from the Apocrypha, Second Ezra chapter 6. All right, I'm gonna start at verse. Let me see. I'm gonna start at verse, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of thy times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Salak. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. This is what it was spiritually representing. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So when Esau, the so-called white man's world crumbles, his king, so-called, I guess his kingdom, his rulership, out of the midst of that, we're going to be the ones to rule. The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Yahweh Shai is, going to come back in UFOs, what people called UFOs. They're really chariots of the Lord. All right, and we're going to put, the nation of Edom in slavery, according to the scriptures. Now, basically to us was promised the kingdom of heaven, and I'm gonna get that. All right, how we attained it, and the Lord had set it up that way anyways, because no damn Edomite's gonna be ruling, bro. Shit, vile pieces of shit they are. Now this is Genesis 27 and 38. Now if you read the full chapter, it's basically telling you how Esau, sold his birthright for some raw as meat, raw as porridge. And he's just really mad about it. All right, because it was Jacob who ended up getting the blessing, our forefather. And it says, verse Genesis 27 verse 38, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing in my father? Bless me, even me also, oh my father. And he and Esau lifted up his voice and wept. He wept bitterly. And verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, all right, and of the dew of heaven from above, all right, because Esau, the so-called white man, has all these nice ass houses. And then not only that, the elite, banking family, the so-called Jews, who aren't the fucking real Jews. They're the ones who stole our identity and are wickedly ruling the earth, all right. And what Esau also does, he has his embassy set out all around the world as well. All right, he could basically just swoop into anybody's land, any nation's land, and just get the natural resources and their riches like that, because that's a part of the blessing he was given. All right, and it says, the fatness of the earth and the dew of the heaven from above, and by that thy sword shalt thou live, and by thy sword shalt thou live. All right. And that's constantly being showed that, how he attained, so-called America. He slaughtered the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, who are our brothers, all right? He enslaved the so-called Negroes, he never put down his sword, all right? Because that's a part of the blessing he was given, you know. He's a rapist, he's a murderer, he's a robber. And shalt thou serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. So yeah, fuck Esau, bro. He's always constantly trying. He put us into slavery, man. He, he's a so-called devil. All right, deceiver. Is let me let me get what's ultimately gonna happen to him though. Shit. This is Revelation 13:10. All right, because Esau, so-called white man, put us into slavery. He stole our identity. You know, we didn't even know that we were Israelites until the Spirit revealed it to us. You know, through our apostles and elders. You know, that's just how the Lord set it up. But Esau knew the entire fucking time what he was doing. All right, when he was, raping, murdering our people, he's the wicked. Now it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." All right, and who led us into captivity, man? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right, who killed with the sword, man? How do you steal this land away from us? All right, through genocide. All right. And what's going to happen to him? He's going to be put in chains, all right? Thus says the Bible. Must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, all right? So, hey, Esau's going to slavery, bro. Because, man, he's done so many wicked acts through this world, man. As we speak right now, it's Halloween. What the fuck is going on right now? Hey, a bunch of raping, a bunch of murdering, a bunch of sacrifice. The so-called white man, all right? You know, and so with that, I basically wanted to hit those few scriptures, through the Spirit. I hope y'all were edified, and until the next time, I'd like to give all praise again. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and hey, Shalom, brothers.